Hey, this is Frank Nieto with Vision Quest Auto. Today, we're going to be reviewing the 2024 GMC Sierra. The version that I'm driving and reviewing today is the AT4X HD. That has the Duramax engine, so it's a diesel truck, it's a heavy-duty truck. And I've driven the Sierra before, the standard AT4X. Really wanted to review this particular truck though, is last year, my old company, I had the AT4X version. It's pretty similar to this. It was red, and again, not HD, but for the most part, very similar here. And it was my favorite pickup truck that I've ever driven. I've driven pretty much every pickup truck that there is on the market or has been on the market, including used versions. So why did I like this pickup truck more than every other pickup that there is? Well, I'm going to tell you about that. We'll get to it. Before we do start, I want to note that this is my buddy Brian's GMC. I borrowed it for this review just because I really was interested to compare the AT4X to the AT4X HD. I was also really wanted to see how much I still like this vehicle a year later, if it still is my favorite pickup truck. I wanted to see how this held up and how it compares. So let's get to it. So I'm going to go through what is absolutely my favorite feature with the GMC Sierra, and that's its tailgate, okay? And it's not so much the tailgate as much as the tailgate's functionality. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So this is it's essentially a split tailgate, which, you know, Ram has theirs that opens up this way, and Ford has that now too. But this one drops down. It has two buttons. The top one lowers this part, bottom one lowers the entire tailgate. Now the cool thing about this is, okay, you drop this down right here. I'm going to hit the button and you pull this down. What this does is it gives you a little bit of extra stability, I should say. This gives you more stability for longer cargo. So if you have wood pieces hanging out here, especially plywood, you can actually lean them right on here. There's a little notch that'll hold it, and you can turn that sideways, of course, or lay it down flat. It'll hold it out here. If you've got longer pieces, it'll hold out here. Whatever you're having here, this can actually just let it hang out a little bit more, and you don't have to have that net or anything else that people have on their pickups. So that's really cool. But the other cool thing about this is this works as a step, and I'm going to show you how. So the easiest way to do this is to push this back up, and you hit this bottom one, this lowers your entire tailgate. As you can see, standard tailgate here. So we reach back under here, and there you go. Now that has lowered this. So you're saying, okay, how's that a step? Well, you got another little button about that long. Push on that, pull it down, and that has created a step. Now, how does that differ from what Ford has? Well, it differs in one way. This is a little more stable. It's also wider. Ford has that one, you know, of course they invented it. I loved it. Until this came out, Ford had the best way to enter and exit a tailgate. And that was, you'd push this button, it drops out. It has a little ladder. It's like one step, but it's a little ladder. You step on that, and then you've got a handle that pops out. You click it again, it has this, and it helps you get in and out. Now this one has a little bit differently. You pull here, and there you go. That is how you will now enter and exit. So we're going to take a little bit of a walk through. Now, one of the first things that I really like about the GMC Sierra is, you know, it's not streamlined. It is and it isn't. But this is really cool. It's got this aggressive front grille. The way this grille stands out, these eyes. This is like an old school truck, but with like a little bit of a new school design. Like it a lot. And of course that Duramax engine, it's got that air intake. That's cool. I like the HD badging here. 2500 right there on the side. These wheels, ultra beefy, but great design. You know, this is just a really cool thing. One thing I like over here is you've got this side step. You know, that's actually pretty handy if you don't want to, you know, open up the door to get a running board, or if you do, you can step onto that, but then you've also got this right here to get something in without lowering the tailgate. You just want to quickly reach in there, grab whatever you need off the side or tie it down. You've got that extra handy. Same thing over here. You know, you've still got this step here. You've got the tailgate, but if you just need to step in, you know, for a second, you've got that. It's ultra handy. You know, show you, you know, we did that walkthrough before, but I'm going to show you a little bit more. Got my equipment back here, but you know, you've got multiple outlets, a lot of space, a lot of tie downs, you know, all the bells and whistles when it comes to a truck bed. Again, those steps are on both sides, which is very cool. You know, now this is an interesting one. So these mirrors are massive because it's the heavy duty version. Now, this was something Brian pointed out to me, and I'm going to give this our first category winner of the day, which is the John Cena You Can't See Me Award. That's literally because in certain instances, this creates a massive blind spot, which is ironic because it's there to keep out blind spots. Now, I don't think this is GM's fault. I don't think there's much you can do. I mean, most every heavy duty has this. I do have to say, it could be just because Brian pointed it out to me, but you know, I have definitely noticed, he had noted that it creates a really big blind spots. Just be careful. Maybe I'm extra sensitive to that, but I have noticed this is a massive blind spot. So it's the John Cena You Can't See Me Award, because literally if you pull up to a four-way stop sign and you're right on that line, it can be a little bit harder to see the oncoming lane. Now, I'm not saying it's like impossible. All you have to do is lean your head forward a little bit. You get the look, but it's pretty massive. That also tells you the size of the truck. So this does have 360 cameras. It's got every kind of camera you can imagine, but when you're at a stop sign, it doesn't really help you as much. So that's just something to be aware of. That's not a negative. That's just the functionality. That's just the form factor of this truck. And there's nothing you can do about that. So it is what it is. Inside, you can tell you've got the, well, first you got the electronic running boards, which always super helpful. Really nice leather interior, like that a lot. Your dual glove boxes, you know, you got one right up here. Not massive, but hey, it's making use of the space that is there. And, you know, it could be pretty useful. And of course, you've got your standard one here, glove box. You've got your phone charger, right in here, which is actually pretty handy. And the nice thing about it is it's slid at an angle, so it's like this when you actually reach in there. And that pretty much holds your phone in place, which is much appreciated. It's a simple design, but it's actually a really effective design. So very cool. We'll swing around here in a second. I'm going to walk through what I like about some of the rest of the interior here. We'll show you more about the infotainment stuff, but I'm going to walk around a little bit more here. So here's one of the really cool that GM does is this. It's this little hidden compartment. And yeah, I gave it away, GM owner. So, you know, it's not just a safety thing, but it's also just extra storage, you know. You know, say you're going inside a store, you know, want to keep the tablets getting overheated. You can put them in here. They're out of the sun. That's pretty handy. You can also, of course, hide things. You've got this, you've got that. It's really cool. It's on both seats. You got multiple cup holders there. You got two in the front. There, you got two right here. So this is for your back seat, but they've also got that. So, you know, the back seat has 4 cup holders plus your sides. So you've got enough for a pretty big water bottle, and you can probably put another water bottle on the side. So, you know, you can easily stay hydrated in this vehicle. All right, so on-off switch is kind of a unique design. I think it's easy to overlook in some ways. If you're newer and you're looking, you know, if this is the first time you're driving it, you're gonna be like, where's the switch? Obviously, once, we're gonna turn this a little bit cooler here. Once you have driven the truck, you know how to turn this on and off. So it's a one-time, where's the power, you know, where's the stop start button? Yeah, it's not a big deal. Nice digital gauges up front, really like them. There is a head-up display in this model. You have your little bit of a driving modes, not driving modes as far as which one's off-road, but just if you're putting it in, you know, of course, auto, too high, 4 low, 4 high. You know, you got your headlights, you got your truck bed light right there. You know, everything's pretty easy to get around. I really like the infotainment screen size. That's a really, really nice size one. Of course, it's got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you know, wireless. Another thing that I really like that GM has always done, which is right here, it tells you if your phone is charging. That's actually telling me, I put something down there, it's telling me, hey, you don't have a phone in the phone charger. So it's, you know, it's actually pretty nice. You know, again, here's your cameras. These cameras work really well. Standard 360. You can also, you know, check it out from the rear, from the front. You can check out your front nose. Check out your back. It's giving you every type of camera. You got your sides. You got your different kind of sides, angles. You got down below. It's really, really, really useful. Great camera system. Great menu layout for that camera system. Big thumbs up for that. So, you know, I kind of like that it's got a regular clock, of course, and it's got a faux analog clock. That's cool. I love all the physical controls here. You know, you got your temperature, you got your cooled seats, your heated seats just on the back, on the back and the butt. That's cool. You've got, you know, your every kind of thing here. It's really, really cool. All your climate controls are right there. So that's very easy to use. And you've got your hazard lights. And these are a little bit rubberized, which is kind of cool. The thing I really like about the Sierra, the AT4X, is just its capability. It doesn't lack for power. It gives you all of it basically immediately. It has, you know, very good handling, very, very comfortable handling for a pickup, you know, and of course, putting that caveat of a full-size, heavy-duty pickup truck, you know, of course, it's going to be a little bit more. You're going to feel bumps in the road. You're going to get, you know, if you take a turn too fast, you're going to feel it, you know. It's going to lean back and forth a little bit. That's just to be expected. But if you drive this like a sane person should drive a full-size, heavy-duty pickup truck, incredibly comfortable ride. Does it feel like a sports car? Absolutely not. Does it feel like a really comfortable SUV? Depends on the SUV. You know, if you're talking about something like a Tahoe, yeah, this feels like that. This is very comfortable when it comes to that. It compares very well. Does it feel like a mid-size SUV? No. You know, it's just not. Does it feel like a Cadillac? No, it doesn't. But maybe an Escalade. Does it have the luxury of that Cadillac? No, but it does have quite a luxurious ride again for a pickup truck. The other thing I want to note is it's got great braking power. Again, it's a pickup truck, so you are going to really need to be a little bit forceful when you're driving. When you're braking, you're going to need to put in a little bit more. You know, you're going to have to give yourself that braking distance just because this is a massive truck, you know? So when you put those caveats in there and you're just comparing it to pickup truck, this is fantastic. Does a really great job. It feels incredibly comfortable. It handles really well. And like I said, I mean, you know, the stopping power, as long as you start braking ahead of time, you know, give yourself a little bit of space, it's going to come to a really, really smooth stop. You know. One thing I do want to note, though, and I'm going to rank this now on our, you know, what song this is, what song I think this truck is. And to me, this truck is Easy Does It by Eazy-E, the late, great Eazy-E, I should say. And the reason why I picked Easy Does It is this, anything that you throw at this truck, it just does really, really easily. You know, you want to tow stuff, boom, done. You want to haul it, done. You want a comfortable ride in a pickup, got it. You want luxury features, yep, got you covered there. You want to have this as a family hauler, yeah, man, there's a ton of space back there for everyone. This truck just pretty much nails whatever you throw at it. It has no problems whatsoever at doing anything. Like I said, Easy Does It. And that is why this is still my pick for the best all-around pickup truck. Now, a full-size pickup truck, I should say. Now, I do, think that, yeah, you might be able to find a pickup that maybe has a more comfortable ride. I don't think so. I think that this is the most comfortable one, but you might be able to find that. You might be able to find a pickup truck that has more capability, whether it's hauling or towing. You might be able to find that. You might be able to find a pickup truck that maybe has a little bit more room, but I don't think so. This has got pretty much everything covered. But you might be able to find it with more luxury. Doubt it. Again, these are things that are right there, but it's going to be really hard to find a pickup truck that is this well-rounded. Again, like you can also certainly find a pickup truck more efficient, if you go all electric, though again, those aren't going to have the capability of this truck. This is also pretty efficient just because it's a diesel truck. So again, this just hits everything. Even in its weakest part, I would still say this is a solid B+, probably an A, to be honest. I think this is just straight across the board. Everything's really, really solid. So there you go. Easy does it. So that concludes our review for this week. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, found it useful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. We're on Twitter, X, under the handle VisionQuestA, and we're on Instagram and, of course, YouTube under the handle VisionQuestAuto. So for VisionQuest Auto, this is Frank Nieto, and I'll see you around.